This topic is interesting from the standpoint, it talks about the whole product. When I go to the supermarket, I'm looking for something, I'm looking for the whole product. I want to make sure I get the full turkey or the full whatever that I'm buying. When I'm going to the market for clothes, I'm looking for the full outfit, you know. So I'm looking for the complete product. When we deliver and build our products or services in our projects, we as project managers need to recognize our customer wants the whole product. They want to see it all. They want to see what they get, they're paying for, what they paid for. So you know that guy, he's the one that got the PhD, huh? He's still smiling. And it's almost 8 years later. Whole product model and simplified product model. Those are the two topics. Whoa, what happened to the text on that? It's different typeface.
Different.
Yeah, it's different. It's not Arial. It's serif. It's like Times Roman. So this is what the customer really wants. Project deliverables, output of the project specified by the customer, documented by. Okay, this whole set of steps here. These different steps. These are what you call within the project, they call traceability. Hello, goodbye, thank you. Your interruption is duly recorded on the television. What we have here, we have a series of steps from the very beginning to the very end of the project that occur within the project. These are different processes that occur within the project. And what we want to do is we want to build the whole product. So at the beginning, we define the whole product. We set down the requirements for it. Okay? So we find out what the customer wants. We document the requirements. We then design those requirements into the design. Then we build those requirements into the product when we execute the project. Then we verify and validate in testing that all this stuff that they wanted is in the deliverable that we built. And then we deliver it and install it for the customer. And they have a checklist here of exactly what they specified here. So these steps are the steps that we take within the project, and we need to make sure that we build, design, document, test, and deliver what the customer wants. Called traceability. Traceability. We have to trace each element that the customer wanted and make sure it's been built and tested and delivered. Oh, there's the slide for traceability. Okay. So see, it's the same thing that I just said. And that is a concept that needs to be thought about when you're doing projects. That way you do what you say you're going to do, and that way you don't do what you're not supposed to do. You know what happens when you do what you're not supposed to do? You're doing extra work. Doing work the customer didn't want. You're wasting your time and effort. You're not focused on the customer and delivering what the customer wanted. So, in the beginning, we go to the customer and we say, hey, what do you want? They say, I want this, and we'll give them something, and they open up the box. Do you have Christmas in Serbia?
Yes.
Who's that?
I'm sorry for being late.
Okay. can. That's good. You're gonna leave early, though, because you have to go to work.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna leave early too, so,
Brilliant.
yeah, we're gonna finish it very quickly.
Then maybe I will finish also.
Yeah. So, as a project, you build something, and you deliver it to the customer. And the customer says, oh, that's great. And they open up the box, and it's not what they expected. They say, not enough. The customer expects more. You know that I get this feeling every Christmas. At least we used to when we had kids. When we were young, they were younger, and we were younger. They would go to the Christmas tree, they get the box, they open up the box, open up the present, and they say what? Oh, look, electric car! Great, Daddy, thank you. And then they say, hey, Daddy, it's not working. You forgot the batteries. You forgot the batteries. Oh, I forgot the batteries. My son, he wanted the car, but he wanted to what? Make sure it worked. And for it to work, it needed batteries. So I gave him the box that they sold me at the store. And I gave it to him, and I thought I gave him the whole thing. Thought I gave him the whole product. But he's not getting the whole product. He's only getting what? The product without the batteries. So it's not working. You know, in real life that happens. I go to the computer store and I buy a printer. You know, HP printer. Oh yeah, you want to buy a printer? It's great. I got to do you want to buy a printer? I'm going to hook it up. It's not hooking up. Why? Why is it not hooking up?
Have toner.
No toner. What else is missing? No USB cord. Nothing to connect it to the computer. It's you get the printer, but you don't get the cord. Don't get to the computer. Oh, I didn't know I had to buy that separate. Oh, yes you do. Yes you do. Hey, I bought a computer. And I wanted to hook it up to the monitor. No HDMI cable. What do you mean? It's extra. Everything's extra now. Everything's extra. So I'm expecting the product when I open the box to work, and it's not working. So what you have to remember is that is only generic product. That's not the product that the customer wanted. So we have to do what? We have to go beyond this point, and we have to provide the customer what they expected. What did my son expect? A car with batteries. What did I expect in terms of the printer? USB and toner. Full package, right? So when we build our product or service, we need to build the expected product, because they want it to work. They want it to have all the functions and features that it's supposed to do. Make it have capability. But even then, some customers expect even more. It may still not be enough. Alright? What are those customers expecting? More. I don't know. Maybe we should what? Talk to the customer and find out. If we talk to the customer and find out, something is wrong with these slides. The circles are not coming up. The augmented product. Augmented, that means, okay, this is the expected product, this is how it's to work out of the box, but they wanted to do more. Augmented, add more, augment. So, additional feature functions, something is wrong. We'll go with that.
Do you want to open it again?
Open it again?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. because it lost all the circles in the what do you call it, in the diagram. No, they're not there. They're not there. Well, interesting. There's circles. There's circles. These are circles. These are circles inside of each other. I have to fix the slide, find out what happened. And even though we augmented product, there are customers that want even more. And those people, we finally got an arrow again anyway. They want the potential product. They want something pie in the sky, way in the future. And a lot of companies, they often sell you the potential product, and they at least deliver this and some of this. Typically, these are done by one company. This extra stuff might be done by this company that did this, or it might be done by second sources, other companies that have, hey, they make microphones, they build a microphone, they attach it to my computer. They build USB devices, they build USB devices, they can attach it to my computer. This is the open architecture slide I passed by before. I allow them to tie into my computer or my design. So no circles, no potential. And then eventually we get to the point where we've exhausted everything within this current product and design, and we end up going and building a new product, which starts the cycle all over again. I'm crazy here. So, we have on the right side ideas from the whole product, on the left side ideas for the technology adoption lifecycle. These are what those kind of people were thinking in terms of whole product. So I made that correspondence. This was the innovators were really looking for the potential product. The early adopters were looking for the generic product. Then we're crossing the chasm, right? You know the chasm from the technology adoption life cycle. Then we got the expected product for the early majority. And then the late majority, they're getting augmented product. So this is derivatives. This is platform. What do you think that is? Breakthrough, R&D. Different project types. So this ties three different models together. This ties the Wheelwright and Clark project portfolio ideas with the customer ideas, these were tied together before, and now this is tied in and bringing it all together. So if I have a customer that is late majority, they're going to what? Wait to get their product until the platform is well developed and now new derivatives are being added to the platform. So they're waiting for the augmented product. Hey, hi. I'll tell you this is a short lecture because there's only three more slides. In terms of the whole product, there is a model called the simplified model, which takes into account all of these items. It says when you build something for the customer, you should have a checklist. Make sure you're building everything they need. So you have this checklist and you say, okay, I'm building a computer. Do I need additional hardware? Maybe. Do I need additional software? Yeah, I need an operating system, okay? Maybe I need to put Microsoft Office or something like that on there to make it work. Training and support. Wow. We used to give training and support where? In classroom. Now where do we give it? On eLab. On software. CD-ROM. We used to give technical manuals. Now what do we give them? We send you a PDF. It's okay, it's all digital now, right? No more training, no more, you do it yourself. Installation. Yay, installation. We used to send somebody out, put all the things together. Now what? Now you go to IKEA and you buy the box, and you take all the pieces out and you say, hey, what am I going to do with all these pieces? And they give you a little diagram that says, put A with B, put B with C, ba-wom, ba-wom, and you follow the diagram and all of a sudden you finish, and then you have something you built and a bunch of extra pieces, right? Because you didn't follow the directions. But you have installation. Debugging. What is debugging? It means testing it, seeing if it works. Hey, I put the table together. Let me see. Oh, that table is big, it works. It's solid. Okay, did it right. Standards. I don't know, maybe we have standards. Procedures. What's the procedure for a table? I don't know. Put it inside a room with some chairs underneath it. Maybe cables on it, I don't know. Make it look nice, right? What is system integration? That means put all the tables and chairs in the right places inside the room. Make it all work as one function within the whole room. Where are the cables? Make sure you got cables on everything. Table, make sure you got laptops. Service, make sure that the computers can talk to the servers in the back. And repairs, if it breaks, hey, where are you, Igor? Igor's not there. Where are you, Yugi? Yugi's not there. Where are you, Milush? Milush is here. Goran's here. So you have support, right? So these are the things that need to be checked when you build the product or service. And then you have to build it what? Build it into your project. In your product, you have to build your product. And this is the diagram that they use for the simplified product. And they give you the different elements around the generic product, which is the laboratory, say. And then they say, I don't know, I can't read that. Do we have standards and procedures for the laboratory here? Yes or no? You do, right? Right? Oh, she's drinking water near the computer. She's not following the procedures. What are you going to do, Milush?
I have to put it in the bag.
Put it back, in your bag. Hey?
Yes.
Huh? The standards, procedures. What's next? Additional software. Oh, we don't use a laptop, so we don't need software, right? We use a laptop, so we don't need the hardware. System integration. Hey, we definitely have chairs in the right places, right? They were repositioned last night after the party. They had a big party here over the weekend, and they had the tables and they had it all set up differently. You didn't know that. That's because you weren't here. Neither was I. But they did. I know. You know how I can tell? Because of what I saw on the blackboard before. I don't know. I didn't know. And they're going to do debugging. They made sure that everything was connected, reconnected back on. And they go through all the different steps.